Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Laser Guy podcast, where generally we talk about all things laser and CNC technology. However, we're going to go off script, and today we're going to be exploring the topic of mental health and its importance in our daily lives. I don't think that enough men talk about mental health. Mental health is a crucial aspect of our overall well-being. It affects our emotions, our thoughts, and behaviors, and it can impact the way that we interact with others and the world around us. Despite this, mental health is often overlooked or stigmatized, and many individuals suffer in silence. Again, and this is where I'm saying, I believe that men specifically don't talk about it enough, as if we perceive mental health as weakness, that if we were to discuss our emotions, we would be less than. And is it our fault that we think that way? Honestly. And consider the social aspect of it. What is a man in our society? A man is someone who provides for his family. A man is someone who works, who earns, who builds, who makes. A man is measured by what he does. How much of a man you are is based on how much of those things you can do, right? You don't know how to change a tire? Oh, he's not a man. You can't fix a light switch? Oh, he's not a man. What about changing the oil in your car? Real men change their own oil, right? Real men. One of the most common mental health disorders is depression. Surprise. It's estimated that over 300 million people worldwide suffer from depression, making it a leading cause of disability. Depression can manifest in different ways, but common symptoms include feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and worthlessness. Based on what I just described a man to be, per what society has made me believe or has taught me, is it a surprising thing that a lot of men suffer silently from depression? Is it? I mean, how is a man not to feel hopeless or worthless if his worth is based on his output or productivity? That's a question, isn't it? So it's like a lot of dudes out here want to, because they lost hope, or they feel worthless. And these are not easy emotions to deal with. They're not easy at all. Hopelessness especially. You don't know what a man will do until that man has lost hope. And once that man has lost all hope, then you'll really learn how dangerous he can be. It can also lead to physical symptoms like fatigue, changes in appetite, sleep disturbances. Other common mental health disorders are anxiety. Anxiety affects approximately 40 million adults, and that's in the United States alone. Anxiety can manifest in excessive worry, fear, or nervousness, and can be accompanied also by physical symptoms such as sweating, trembling, palpitations. Combine anxiety with depression, and you have got quite the spell. Yeah. And most people who suffer from depression may also suffer from anxiety, and vice versa. Not to say that they go hand in hand, but they definitely impact the other. I mean, if you're feeling worthless, would you not be worried? Or fearful? Perhaps even nervous? What about if you were hopeless? If you were feeling hopeless, you'd definitely be fearful. Nervousness, I could see happening. Especially when faced with the future. or thinking about the future in any sense. Can't be easy, right? So why don't we talk about it? Why don't we talk about it? How you guys feeling? Me, I'm not always kosher. I'm not. There are a lot of days that are hard. I got a lot going on in my life. In my personal life, my professional life. And that's outside of what you guys see or hear on, in my podcast or on TikTok or YouTube. Social media is curated, is it not? I believe so. Not that I do a whole lot of curating, but I choose what not to show, right? I'm sure you all do as well. And we're always trying to show our best sides, aren't we? It's okay to fail. It's okay to fall. And it's okay to not be okay. But you gotta come to terms with that first. It's okay to not be okay. But it's not okay to not be okay by yourself. You're not alone. You're not. I mean, if you're just suffering from anxiety, there's 40 million people in the States that are, feeling the exact same way you are. Worldwide, if you're depressed, there's over 300 million people. So you're not alone. You're one of 300 million, that's a big community. I guess it's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? You just gotta look at it in one way or another. Oh man. Other mental health disorders include bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, obsessive compulsive disorder, otherwise known as OCD, and there's a whole bunch of others. These disorders can all have significant impacts on the quality of life and might require professional intervention to manage symptoms effectively. While mental health disorders can be challenging, they are treatable. A combination of medication, therapy, and lifestyle changes can be effective in managing symptoms and improving overall well-being. Now, I can say that from my own personal experience, I agree with that statement that a combination of all three is what it's going to take in order to improve your overall well-being. I was diagnosed with depression last year. I was diagnosed with major depressive disorder. I'm on Wellbutrin for that. I was diagnosed with ADHD as well. I'm on Vyvanse for that. I talk to therapists every 3 weeks. I talk to my counselor. I've changed what I eat. I've changed my environment. And I'm working to change my habits. Am I feeling significantly better? Some days, yeah. Some days, yeah. Some days, no. The no days are the hardest. But I put in a lot of work to be here. I put in a lot of work to stay here. I don't think I'm done yet. I'm not done, you're not done. Again, you're not alone. We're not alone. I thought I was alone, but through conversation and time, I learned that I wasn't. But I had to open up, right? It didn't just kind of happen all by itself. It is essential to seek professional help if you're struggling with mental health issues. And self-diagnosis and self-treatment can often lead to other problems. However, self-diagnosis, when it comes to this kind of thing, is just as valid as a professional diagnosis. So if you've diagnosed yourself as depressed, then it is of critical importance that you see a medical professional. Because I thought I was depressed. And then that's when I went to go see my doctor. And I talked to my doctor and I cried. It was that session was about an hour. And this is my family doctor. But then it was after that, that was the first step. That was the first step. You have to take that first step. And that's beyond just coming to terms or, self-realization of what it might be. You want to take action to make change. In addition to professional treatment, there are several strategies that individuals can implement to promote good mental health. This can include regular exercise, a healthy diet, sufficient sleep, social support, and stress reduction techniques such as meditation or yoga. So just kind of find what's good for you. Definitely go for walks. Studies have shown that a half an hour walk can reset your brain. Practicing mindfulness and engaging in activities that bring joy and relaxation can also be helpful in maintaining good mental health. It is crucial to understand that mental health is just as important as physical health, and seeking help for mental health issues should be viewed as a sign of strength rather than weakness. Because it's easy to be weak. That's easy. To just give up or give in. That's easy. So, is easy strong? Is it? Is easy right? No? Maybe? Depends on the question. But when it comes to this, no. Easy is not strong. Because it takes a lot of strength to face and battle your inner demons. It takes a lot of strength to admit that you need help. It takes a lot of strength to know that something's wrong. And it takes even more strength to work on fixing it. It's also essential to recognize the role of social and environmental factors in mental health. Factors such as poverty, discrimination, and trauma can have a significant impact on mental health and should be addressed through social and policy interventions. For instance, research has shown that individuals living in poverty are more likely to experience mental health disorders than those living above poverty line. This is due to several factors, including a lack of access to healthcare, food insecurity, and exposure to violence and trauma. Addressing poverty through policies such as increasing the minimum wage to a living wage, expanding access to healthcare, and providing affordable housing for everyone can and will, and has been proven to, have a positive impact on mental health outcomes, on the economy, and on society as a whole. Similarly, discrimination and racism can have a significant impact on mental health. Experiencing discrimination can lead to stress and trauma, which can manifest as anxiety and depression. Addressing discrimination through policies such as anti-discrimination laws and initiatives that promote diversity and inclusion can help to reduce the impact of discrimination on mental health. So again, like inclusion. This is an important word. This is a key word here, inclusion. What is inclusion? I mean, if you're white, you don't even have to think about what inclusion is. But if you're Middle Eastern, if you're black, if you're Asian, Indian, what's inclusion? What's inclusion look like? I mean, for me, I know that Aladdin, when I was growing up, was probably one of my favorite movies. And that's because it was one of the first movies that I had watched as an Arab boy, where the character was also Middle Eastern or Arab, Persian, I don't know. But I related to Aladdin, right? And he wasn't a bad guy. He wasn't a terrorist. He wasn't somebody evil. Inclusion. I finally saw myself included. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up on mental health right now. So, men, it's important to talk about it. There's a lot that mental health encompasses, and there is a lot that mental health can impact. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Remember, you're not alone. There are others just like you. I'm not okay all the time. There's me. So, with that, I say stand strong. Keep your head up. Don't give up. That's all I got for today. Thank you for listening. I hope that you found some of this helpful or enlightening. I don't know. Either way, I really hope that you got something out of it. Please like, follow, share, subscribe. Tell anybody who you think might need to hear about this. It's important that we talk about it, guys. So let's talk. Let's talk. And while we're talking, we can discuss why Glowforge sucks.